Hey guys, this is George, and on this video we're doing a video review of an app called Multi-Measures HD for the iPad. This app is a utilities app. It has a lot of tools, more than 8 tools, including, for example, protractor, rulers, timers and stopwatches, level meters, and in a future version it will come with, for example, metronome, decibel meter, some stuff like that, and in more versions they will keep on adding stuff. The app is $2 and you can buy it on the App Store by clicking on the download link in the description. So here goes the review, guys. Okay guys, so here we are in my iPad. I'm going to open up the app. It's right here. It's called Measures HD on the iPad, and it's a portrait mode app, so I'll have to zoom out a little bit. And here we have the basic, I'm going to show you the basic interface. So here we have all the tools. We can scroll down with our finger like this. You can see it has 8 tools in the moment, but it will have a bit more in the future, including a metronome and a decibel meter, which will be very cool add-ons. So the first one is a protractor. We press OK and it opens the protractor. And this one is in landscape mode, so I'll zoom in a little bit. And as you can see, it's a very simple protractor. If you ever forget your protractor in your house and you need to measure an angle of something, you can place it right here on top of your iPad and measure the angle, and you can lock it so it won't move. And you can also switch what to use to measure as a primary measuring unit. So you can see we have radians and degrees, and we can move this around and measure whatever we want. Here we have the rulers utility from the app, and as you can see, it's very similar to the protractor tool. You just scroll down with your finger and you can measure whatever you want in longitude, and we can scroll down the ruler if you want to measure longer things or stuff like that. We can swap, for example, what to measure in the top and what to measure in the bottom, inches or centimeters. We can do the same. Actually, this changes what direction to start from, and this just shows you, this actually doesn't do anything. And right here we can lock it so you don't change any measure you did. And that's it for the rulers utility. Here we have surface level, so you can see if I move my iPad around, you can see how the small ball goes moving in the screen. And when you're level, when your iPad is level, the ball would be in the middle and it would start beeping very often. As you can see here, it shows you the degrees of the X and Y axis, and you can also press this button to calibrate the level. Here we have a spirit level. It's very similar to the surface level, but it can be used in different occasions. And as you can see, it does the same thing. We can also press this button to calibrate it, and it shows you the degrees right here. I mean, only 1 degree, since you only measure one axis. Here we have a plumb bob, and as you can see, it's on portrait mode. And what this utility allows you to do is measure anything you want to see if it's on a vertical position. So as you can see, when we raise our iPad all the way and we have it on a 90-degree angle like this, you can see that the x-axis is on almost, let me just return it to radians, I mean degrees. Sorry, there we go. So as you can see, when we tilt it, we can have the plumb bob right here, and we can see that moving along as we move our iPad around. So this is useful to see if something is standing vertically. You place it right next to your iPad and you hear the beeping noise, and when it beeps very often, it means that it's standing vertically. Here we have a seismometer. It's what professionals use to measure earthquakes. It's not exactly the same program they use, but it's similar. And as you can see, it measures 3 axes, the X, Y, and Z axis, and it shows you right there what are the axes. So as you can see, if I just press on the screen, it moves a little bit. If I just tilt it a little bit, so it's very sensible. And it has, for example, you can measure different axes. So the x-axis is this axis. So if I move it like this, it doesn't do much. If I enable all 3 of them, they all move a lot. And we can also enable the alarm mode, so it enables these two lines right here, right next to the mark it's making. And if the mark or the graph exceeds these two lines, the alarm will go off. So I'll just do a demonstration right now. And another cool feature is that you can change how wide or short these two lines are from each other. Right here we have a stopwatch, and it has lap mode and split mode. So I'll just reset the scores. There we go. And as you can see, we can change from split mode to lap mode very easily by pressing this button. So we can start controlling the stopwatch, and if we want to press the split, we can split it right there and split it whenever we want to. We can pause it, we can reset it. We can go to lap mode, which is kind of like the same thing. Press lap when we press the lap, like that. And we can press this button, and it makes an email message with all the times, all the stopwatch times saved right there. So that's a very cool feature. Finally, we have the timers app, which it has two different features. So we can go from 0 to whatever time we want to measure, or we can go from whatever time we want to measure to 0. So it can either be a countdown or the opposite of countdown. So we can toggle that by pressing this button. The default, I'm gonna reset all the defaults, so you can see 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15, 30, 45, and we can change them by moving our finger like this in the screen. And you can change the hours. The maximum it has is 99 hours, 99 minutes, and 59 minutes and 59 seconds. And you can start off all 5 of them simultaneously. And what's cool about this is that it runs in the background, so the alarm will show up even if you're not running the app, like right here. Another cool feature is that you can set up different alarms for each timer, and the fact that it has 5 timers instead of 1 is a very cool thing. So right now I'm going to show you, if we count down from 5 to 0, how it looks, and if we count from 0 to 5, it's almost the same thing, and it does the same thing. So that's just the basic overview of the app, all the utilities. And here we have an information button which allows you to change some features of each of the utilities by itself, and you can change the general features. So for example, we can show the help feature, and it shows you what everything does. And we can also view information about the developer, and follow them on Twitter, share it with your friends, or review the app on the App Store. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and remember to comment, rate, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter for real-time updates. Thank you for watching, guys, and goodbye.